Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Reality Club. Today, what day is it? If you've been listening, we are recapping Dancing with the Stars. And tonight we are, if you can't tell by the colors we're wearing, we are recapping Wicked Night. I'm so excited. Yeah.
I unfortunately did not get a chance to watch Wicked before the dances. Just need to put that out there.
Yes, everyone, please forgive us. Lauren has never seen Wicked. I have. I've seen it live. I've seen it in theaters. So I will be educating Lauren throughout this episode.
I have seen The Wizard of Oz, and I did know 3 of the songs that they did last night. So
Okay, fair.
We'll see where that takes me.
Yeah. All right. Well, honestly, I think we should kind of just jump into the episode. I think we should go over a few, thoughts about the episode in general, and then just move into, in order, everyone's dances. Overall, I loved this episode. I felt like Carrie Ann. I was just throwing out 9s, 8s, 10s all over the place. Like, oh, I don't have my cards. I'll have to go get them. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
okay.
I don't have mine either.
Oh, it's okay. We don't have to do that then.
Okay.
We can just tell people our scores. Okay. But yeah, I loved it. What about you?
It's not that I didn't love it. I think it was just, that's why I needed to say at the beginning that I didn't watch the movie or see the musical. So there was a lot to it that, I don't know. I think it was just the whole musical aspect to me. Like, that doesn't feel like Dancing with the Stars. So I think it was just a little, I don't know. It just wasn't my favorite.
I know what you mean with like the musical aspect. Like, I loved it because I love Wicked and I love all the songs. So of course I enjoyed it. But I do agree. I think in terms of like the actual dances, there was so many jazz numbers, contemporary. It didn't feel like a lot of actual like ballroom dances this week, which kind of made it feel a little less like Dancing with the Stars because we only had like a few people do like a framed dance. But it was fun. I liked it. But I am excited to see a little bit more like ballroom dance next week, hopefully.
Yeah. I also don't know how I feel when they have like 20 backup dancers with them.
There was a lot of troupe this week, which makes sense for like if you've seen the musical, it would make sense because these numbers a lot of them have big like dance backgrounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot of troupe this week, which I love to see. I love to see the eliminated pros, honestly. I love to see the troupe members. What I will say, my biggest disappointment of the whole episode was no one was green.
I know. I was expecting like at least 3 people to dye their faces green, and the only one that did was Whitney's husband.
Only Whitney's husband was green. So Whitney's husband, 10 out of 10, you win this week. I was surprised. Like, no one committed to the green bit. Not one couple. And honestly, there's a few people that I feel like would have added to the dance if they were green. Not everyone needed to be, but like Elaine, for example, we'll talk about her later, but she should have been green. That girl should have been green, okay?
Maybe too many people wanted to be green, so they were like, you know what?
No
one
can be green. True. Yeah. Maybe they just didn't have the time. Like, the makeup was like, we do not have time. You're going to have to be here.
No. But if Alan has time to transform himself into an alien before the show, like before a dance, they could have easily slapped some green paint on someone's face.
No, yeah, that's fair. But maybe they thought it was unfair if like only some people were green.
Oh, it probably would have been because it seemed like a lot of people wanted to get into it,
and they didn't want to mess with those favoritism comments this week.
Oh, I've got some things to say about that later.
Yeah. So in general, that's my that was my only disappointment. But yeah, judge.
I
guest
didn't
judge
catch at the beginning who he was.
So his name's John M. Chu. He's the director and producer of Wicked, the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was like the cast. I think he like even did casting. He did all the direction and production for the movie. So he knows Wicked very well. Okay. So yeah. I thought he was cute. He was like, obviously he's not a ballroom dance judge, but I liked him. He was fun. And
it's fun having an extra judge in there.
Me too. I like having 4 judges. I wish they all got a little bit more time to talk sometimes. I feel like it rushes one of the judges.
It felt really rushed last night, I must say.
But
even with like Julianne's comments at the end, like before their scores, it was just like go, go, go.
Yeah. But yeah. Let's just get into it.
Well, we might as well go in order.
Yeah, we're going to go in order. So if anyone listening, we also are going to put the timestamp. So if you want to jump ahead to your favorite couple, no offense taken, but listen to our whole episode because we really appreciate you. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for our listeners, because our podcast has been growing every week and it's so exciting to see new people comment. And yeah, we're still like the tiniest podcast ever, but it's been so much fun for us. So thanks to everyone listening.
We're having a good time with it. And please keep the comments coming. We love to see it.
Yes, we love to see it. Okay. So first up. So they did the musical kind of in order as much as possible. I'm pretty sure it was like chronological in terms of the actual movie. So obviously they didn't do all of the songs, but the first song that they did was The Wizard and I, which is one of my personal favorite songs actually in the musical. And it was Scott and Rylee who were opening up for Wicked Night. Yeah. What scored? Should we start with our scores?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we just hold up the numbers?
Yeah, I guess we could hold up the numbers. I'm gonna let's see if I can count on my fingers.
Okay.
Okay,
3,
ready?
2, 1.
Okay. So Lauren held up a 6, it looks like, and I held up a 7.
I personally thought that was one of their worst dances.
Yeah,
there was
tough.
Something at the beginning, Alicia, that I don't know if he messed up or something, but right away there was something that was off with what he did, and then for me it threw off the rest of the dance. I
feel like the transitions, I think Derek or someone, one of the judges made a comment, it just, I feel like nothing was smooth. It kind of felt like move to move to move to move, like nothing was a full, just nothing combined and connected, in my opinion. The choreography was a little confusing, I feel like. And like, it's not the worst dance I've seen ever in my life, but it wasn't
it was messy.
Best.
It was messy.
Yeah, it was a little messy. It looked like he was having a great time. Like, the song was great. He was having fun. It just, at halfway through the competition, it just wasn't a strong enough number for halfway through to, as kind of, if we all know, he was eliminated this week. And yeah, that's kind of what I was saying at the beginning of the season. If you're not, it's a really tough pack right now. It's a competitive season. If you have an off night, it's just the way it goes.
I don't think that he got voted off because of his off night, though.
No, I mean, I don't think it was just from this night. I do think he just hasn't been as improving as much as the other couples.
No, Andy's just getting more votes than him right now.
I mean, yeah, Andy, we'll talk about that. Andy wasn't going home this week.
No.
But he was one of the 4 people I think we said last week that would be at risk this week. And yeah, like, it's a tough competition. Like, it is. It's not that he's doing awful. It's just there's a lot of great people this year, and he was just slightly under them. So yeah. Like, my overall thoughts on the elimination, honestly, I wasn't shocked. Not because I thought he was the worst of the night, but I just wasn't shocked that Andy didn't go home. And he was one of like the bottom 3 in my opinion. Still amazing, still fun to watch, still did great, should be really proud of himself, had a great season. But I just wasn't shocked that he was the one eliminated.
No, I think it made sense. I think it definitely made sense. And judges scored him 7s across the board, so the second lowest score of the night.
Yes. Yeah. And honestly, like, kind of like when Lauren got eliminated a few weeks back, I think she was like the first of the night or second maybe. And you can just kind of watch them in the background of other people's interviews, and you can kind of just see their faces as everyone's getting scored high throughout the night. You can see them slowly just looking more panicked and sad, and I think you can just tell on Rylee's face that like she knew by the end of the night that they were going home.
Well, I think
Or like
I think Riley's the type of person too that would have put all that, not blame on herself, but I think
Yeah.
she would have been hard on herself about that.
Yeah, she probably, like, I'm sure pros definitely put a little bit of blame. Like, they want to get their partner as far as possible and put a little bit on themselves if they don't make it through. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, you could just see the emotion.
Riley's already been experiencing a lot of, like, not hate, but not as many supporters this year. People not wanting her to be a pro anymore. So I feel like all of that would be kind of really hard.
Yeah, but I think she did amazing. I honestly think they did a really good job. It's just tough competition, and yeah, but they got through. They got to get all the way to Wicked Night, and last week he got to announce his news about having a child. So I'm happy. I think he had a really good run, and yeah. Okay, next up we had Alix and Val. They were doing a jazz, so just so that you know, Lauren, this means that they don't dance together.
Thank you. Thank you for clearing that.
They don't dance together. And they danced to What Is This Feeling, which I love the song. There was a lot going around on the internet. Again, I honestly had to delete TikTok halfway through the week last week because I needed to get away from everyone's opinions. Everyone's allowed to have an opinion, but there was so much in the comments about favoritism and unfairness and this person deserves that, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I just had to get away from it. People were really mad that she didn't get Popular, the song, because Popular is one of the most like well-known songs from Wicked, I would say, just out of the musical. If you haven't seen the musical, you've probably heard the song Popular at some point in your life. And people were really upset that she didn't get that song. But
that's something I wanted to talk about when we got onto Whitney.
But in my opinion, I don't think Popular is the best song to dance to anyway in terms of ballroom dance. So just because it's one of the most popular songs doesn't mean it's actually the best song for Dancing with the Stars. And personally, I thought this song, What Is This Feeling, is a way better like performance number in my opinion. So I think this song was an advantage, if anything. And there's like no bad songs on the Wicked soundtrack. They're all amazing. So I don't know what people were reading into that much, in my opinion. But yeah, let's just get into our scores. I have to like count on my fingers. I haven't done this in so long. Do you have yours?
Yeah.
Okay. So our scores for Alix and Val. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I'm surprised. 8? Yeah, eights across the board.
Okay. Oh wait, I gave her a 9.
Oh, I gave an 8.
I gave her a 9.
I gave her an 8 because it wasn't. I think it was the most. This is like a very different dance for them, so like that was really cool to see. But I think I'm just comparing it, which I maybe shouldn't be, to their other dances, and I've given them 9s before, so
yeah,
I just don't think that this would have been a 9 for me.
That's fair. I feel like my opinion on dance, she probably did, in my opinion, the best like character of Glinda. She played that role, I think, the best out of everybody. Like the performance, the character. I was smiling the whole time watching it. Like it was really fun to watch. I just think maybe it's just the jazz of it. Maybe it's just the style of dance. I don't think it was as impressive, like technically, as some of her other dances. Yeah. I still think it was amazing. I still gave it a 9. But I was like waiting for a little bit more. I think they had a missed opportunity with the song itself. There was a scene, like the scene, you have to go watch it later, but there's a part where they're like dancing with the books.
Yeah.
And they like went up onto the table and were like dancing with each other. I think like they never moved off that front backstage. They're always up. They didn't like move enough on the floor. I think there was just a missed opportunity maybe in the choreography, in my opinion.
I agree with
that.
I
move a little more.
I kept waiting for them to come to more of the main stage
Same.
and be more solo, but they didn't.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel
Yeah.
like I didn't like a lot of these dances, because it just felt like a flash mob of people and not just the two like dancers
Yeah.
dancing.
I think it was like a really great, if that was like on Broadway and I was watching it, amazing. I'd be so impressed. I loved it. I really liked it, but I think, and I'm giving her a 9 still, so I don't know why I'm justifying that. But overall, yeah.
And then judges, 9,
oh yeah,
9,
the judges
8,
scores.
9. Our guest host gave her an 8.
I
And
know.
you
our
could
guest
tell
host
even
was great.
after he put it up, he was kind
He
of
was like,
looking
"Oh."
around like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
And like, let's give this man some grace. It was the second dance of the night. Like,
Yeah. I think
yeah.
if it was later on, they probably would have got the 9s across the board.
I think so too. I don't think they would have got any 10s. I think they would have just got, I think John would have given her a 9 if it was like 5th dance. But
Yep.
at the end of the day, people really, we need to chill out on the scores a bit. Like, especially the people that are getting 8, 9s, and 10s at this point. That's not making the difference if they stay or not. Like, we're middle of the pack, or middle of the competition. There's still so much time. It's not like this is the finale and it's determining whether they win or not. It's just week 6. So
We still got time.
Yeah, we got lots of time.
Next.
All right, next. Oh my gosh, next.
Our boy Robert
Our
and
boy
Whitney.
Robert and Whitney. So they got Dancing Through Life,
Yep.
which I'm really happy they got. He is the perfect person to do this dance. And it was a jazz as well, another jazz.
See,
yeah, we should-
musicals make sense to do jazz. That I understand.
Yeah.
So that I wasn't surprised to see, and I think it obviously suited a lot more of the songs. I think this was not one of Robert's, like, not one of my favorites from him, but I thought he played that character so well, and he was getting into it so good, and it was just super entertaining to watch.
Yeah, Derek said this in his comments, he is meant to be on a stage and be a performer.
I think
Like, the
Derek has a little man
performance-
crush.
Oh, 100%.
I think Dylan does too. I think a lot of people do.
Yeah. I have something to say about that, actually. There's a lot of people that do. But yeah, I loved it. I thought he played the character perfectly. Like, Jonathan Bailey, the guy that plays Ferraro, might have a run for his money. No, he did
Someone's
so
coming
good.
for his job.
I was really curious about this week because we kind of said this last week, his first performance blew it out of the park. He had a few weeks of, a little bump in the road. And then last week he had a contemporary, which we absolutely loved. And this week I was curious to see if, like, because once you score really well and once you're like on the way up, it's hard to stay up there. But yeah, he just did so good. I loved it. And Whitney's choreography, I think,
10
deserves
out of 10,
more
as
credit.
always.
10 out of 10 for the choreography. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's give our scores. Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Wait, I can't see your fingers.
Why?
Oh, okay, it's a 9. Okay. Okay.
What do you mean?
So we both gave Robert a 9.
And so did the judges.
And so did the judges, all 9s across the board. And I think that's what it was. I think it was a 9. Like, I think it was amazing. I think the performance of it all was good. He had a lot of great technique, but yeah.
I just realized
so-
I didn't even know the character he was trying to play, but I still felt like he played that character well.
Yeah,
So
he was playing a prince, if that makes it any.
I didn't know there was a prince.
A prince that, like, everyone gawks over.
Oh, so yeah, of course he got that.
And
It
so,
would be
like,
him-
Dancing
it would
Through
be
Life
him or
is literally
Dylan.
like, Dancing Through Life is literally like about, like, being so unserious because nothing matters. Just like, anyway. My comment that I have to make on Robert and Whitney, this has nothing to do with, specifically last night, but I kept saying last week, Alex definitely has the most votes, blah, 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 blah. I went on Dancing with the Stars YouTube page yesterday because I was like, this is the first week that I really wanted to rewatch dances. I was like, I loved these performances. I just want to watch them again for enjoyment. Like, not even to critique them. I just liked watching a lot of them. I want to go watch them again. And this is the first time I've gone on their YouTube page. I'm going through the weeks and I'm looking at the views because they post every single person's dance every single week.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the views for each couple each week. And sometimes you can kind of tell who's like the most popular based off the views because they're getting a lot more views than other people. And I'm like looking, everyone's, there's a few people that have a couple 100,000 views. Some people's like really good dances getting maybe like 400, 500,000 views, like Whitney's and Jordan and whatnot, right? Robert Irwin, his views on his dances per week have been averaging 1 million to over 2 million views. He is like over 1 million above everybody else in views. And so I don't know if that means he is just way more loved than everybody, or if it's just people watching from like Australia or like a different country because they can't access like the live stream and they want to see it. But to me, it's not a competition at all. He's won. He is winning. There's no chance that anyone else has those votes. I don't know if the views correlate 100%, but if they do, it's not even a competition.
I think he's that one person on the show that is like able to bring in almost every generation of people.
Yeah.
Because there's the older generation who knew of his dad. There's us who also knew of his dad but also think he's cute. Like, there's just so many. Even like when I'm watching with my boyfriend and like his family last night, like that was the person they wanted to see. And that was the only person that they knew of or like had heard of before. So yeah. I think like that he does have more range of like voters.
And I knew that, like, and I agree. Like, he's the most lovable guy ever. Like, me and my boyfriend love watching him. I have not a bad word to say about this man.
Yeah.
I knew he was definitely a fan favorite, but I just didn't realize how much of a difference it was. Because even people like Alix Earle, who I thought would have, like, maybe was up there in votes, like, a lot of hers were getting like 300,000 views, and his was at like 1.5. So
good for you, Robert.
It's a gap.
That's the thing I didn't notice, because that's where I watch the videos is on YouTube. I'll go back, but no, I didn't even clue into that.
I kind of wish I didn't, because now I'm like, oh, like, why are we even doing this? Like, he's won.
No, we can't. It's too soon.
Okay.
Too soon.
But yeah. Anyway, if he does end up winning, it's fine. That's fine with me. Okay. We had like all our heavy hitters right at the beginning, because next we had Whitney and Mark with a quick step, which is like our first more in-frame dance of the evening, to probably the most popular song.
I knew this song.
Okay.
So this was the one thing that after they announced the dances last week, I saw all the hate around Whitney and Mark and the favoritism behind this and how they got popular. Of course they did. Alicia, I was so excited when I found out that she was doing popular. One, because that was one of the only songs that I knew. And two, I knew she's a heavy hitter. She was going to dominate this dance, and I wanted to see someone good doing this dance. Alicia, I wrote down last Thursday that they were going to be getting 10s across the board. And what happened? 10s across the board. Our first 10s of the season.
Yeah,
well,
and
1 9.
In terms of like the accusations of favoritism, this week, Mark on TikTok he drew me in with the humor, because he made some hilarious videos about people thinking that he has all the favoritism, because he literally wrote out in one of his captions on a video online, what he sent the, like, I guess they send in their requests for like their favorite songs and what they would want to dance to. And people are saying because Alix requested popular and she didn't get it, it means that it's favorited towards Mark and Whitney. But he put it as his fourth choice out of four. He had 3 other songs. I can't remember. I don't have my phone on me right now to look, but there was 3 other songs he had requested over popular. So it wasn't even their first choice. Sometimes it just comes down to what type of dances they still have to do. Like it's not, there's so much that goes into it. And just because she got popular doesn't mean she's the favorite of the show. Like so many, I hate to say it, Robert got Dancing Through Life. That was like the perfect for him. There's lots of people that got good. Elaine got Defying Gravity, which is like the best song.
Awesome.
In the whole. Anyway, so I just don't even want to hear it. I also just hate the narrative. I was thinking about this yesterday because I'm like, don't get me wrong. At the very beginning, like Whitney took a little bit to grow on me, but like at this point, I'm like, why are we choosing? I think the hate that annoys me the most is it's always against Alix. It's not even like, oh, Whitney's annoying. Oh, I don't like Whitney. It's always, but Alix. And I'm like, why are we pinning 2 women against each other? Like, I don't like this at all. Why does it always have to be a comparison game between Alix and Whitney? I just don't like it. I'm like, why can't we just have 2 women who are amazing in their own ways and are at the top of the leaderboard, very, very close to being on the same exact level week to week? I'm like, why can't we just appreciate them both doing well? Why does it have to be a competition between the 2 girls?
Alicia, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. I wish
Like, why
everyone
are
could
we
just
not-
enjoy it, root for
I
everyone.
know. But anyway,
No.
so with that being said,
I think we can tell Whitney's not getting any favoritism. Whitney's been getting a lot of hate. Like, I feel bad for this
Yeah.
girl.
No,
she's just out
I
there
actually feel
doing what
bad.
she wants. Like, she's doing what she loves. She likes to dance. Like, she got a
I
good
know.
partner. Like, don't put her down for that.
no, I'm fully behind Whitney and Mark now. Are they my top favorites? Still not my top favorites, but I am like, I'm not on the hate train with them.
No.
I loved this dance. I thought they did. She's such a perfect person to like play a character. It was a super hard technical quick step. That was the best quick step we've seen all season.
Oh, yeah.
It was great. It was amazing. And my only, not even complaint, but just my personal opinion on what I would have liked to see is I wish that Mark was playing Elphaba, because it almost was, so there's 2 characters, Glinda and Elphaba, and this song in the musical is Glinda and Elphaba in their room because they're roommates and they share a room, and it's Glinda trying to like Glindify Elphaba, like try to make her popular. Like that's because Glinda's really popular and Elphaba's an outcast. So the whole point is like her trying to make Elphaba popular. That's the song. And Mark was wearing pink, and like I don't know what character he was playing. That's my only feedback, is I wish I would have seen that like dynamic of Glinda and Elphaba together in the song, and it just felt like they were both trying to be Glinda, if that makes sense.
As someone who hasn't seen it, that's something I didn't notice. But
Yeah.
would I have loved to see Mark all greened out? Yes, that would have been awesome.
Yeah. So
that would have
that's
been
my only
tense
thing.
across the board if he did that.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's my only just personal preference. It was still amazing. Still loved it. But I think it would have just been like that tad bit more like character better if he was playing Elphaba. But maybe I'm missing something. And if anyone knows what he was playing, let me know.
Maybe they
But
were
anyway.
both trying to be Glenda.
That's what I'm saying, which is kind of
bo-
odd to me, because like
Well-
the whole dynamic of the song is Glinda and Elphaba. You should go watch it on YouTube. Just go like watch a couple of the dances. You can watch like the musical.
Like the musical or the movie?
It's both. The movie is a musical, but it like you can go watch the scenes of you can see the scenes on YouTube. Like you don't have to watch the whole movie right away.
Oh,
you can
okay,
just go
okay.
watch like the little like the songs, if that makes sense.
Maybe
just
I
to
should
see
have
what
at
I'm
least
talking
done that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
but
to
anyway.
get me more educated.
Anyway, let's give our scores for them. Because we didn't do that yet. You gave them a 10. Okay, I gave them a 9. Honestly, I agree with the 10 as well, but that was just my initial gut instinct. But they got 10, 9, 10, 10. So like almost got 10s across the board. I know people are saying that they don't deserve it, but
I'm stoked about it. I knew it was coming. I'm glad it did. They earned it. So
they earned it. I agree.
I mean, I would have been happy too if like Alix had also maybe gotten a 10 first, but I do think that them being the first to get a 10 for the season like makes sense, and I'm happy to see that.
100%. And I hate to say it, but Alix's wasn't a 10 this week, so it doesn't. It's not always. I think people are really, just because their person they like isn't doing well, they try to bring the other couples down, or not doing well. Alix is doing really well, but just because she didn't get a 10 this week doesn't mean that other people didn't deserve it. So okay, yeah, we just kept going with our next couple was the most, or had the highest score from last week. It was Dylan and Daniella, and he was doing a rumba to I'm Not That Girl, which is really hilarious.
Maybe I just don't know what a rumba is, but I wasn't expecting their dance to be a rumba.
A rumba is like I
thought a rumba was faster.
No, a rumba is like a super slow, like hip movement, like intimate, sensual type dance. So like it's a hard dance, and because it's really slow, the movement, so like you can really like watch the hips and the feet, and it's always been, in my opinion, like the hardest dance to score well on, because it just has like so many technical elements that are easy to see if you're not doing them well. So in regards to what I thought about their dance last week, I was hard on them because they got all 9s, and I was like, I don't think it's an all 9 dance. And it's not that I was trying to be like an anti-Dylan person. I just was like, what? I didn't see it. This week, in my opinion, I thought he did better this week than he did last week in terms of like the technical aspect of it. Like, and they've already done a rumba, so we got to see like a comparison of improvement from like a few weeks ago till now, and I actually thought he did really, really well. I was really impressed with like his hip movements, and yeah, I loved it.
I was completely shocked with the score that he got. I thought that it was a better dance than I've seen. I thought that this was so much improvement from the last couple weeks. So to see 8s across the board from judges was shocking to me. Honestly, I didn't understand it.
I gave him an 8. That was my score. Not because I think he did amazing. Like, I just think it was a hard dance to execute. But like, yeah, I don't know. I gave him an 8. I think he did really, really well. And I loved it. I was super impressed. I think I like toyed with a 9 for a bit, but I landed on an 8. But yeah, the judges gave him all 8s too. But I guess there was like technical things that they could see because, again, it's a slow technical dance. So
yeah, that makes sense. I gave him a 9, and I was pretty set on that 9. I was happy with that. I enjoyed the dance. I feel like they have really good chemistry together. So it's really cool seeing them do dances like this. Mm-hmm. And
this was the first time that sorry.
No, you go.
I was gonna say, this is the first time that I feel like they were like, Danny wasn't overpowering him. I feel like they were super together, and yeah, they dance really nice together. And I saw something online, someone talk about how Danny is really good at like not peaking her contestants too quickly, because I feel like with Dylan, we've got that true process of like, if you watch week 1 and then you watch this week, it's like there's a massive improvement, but there's still room to grow. And he's not like quite peaked yet, but like every week you're kind of like seeing a slight more improvement. And so, yeah, I'm curious. I was really impressed. Had my eyes on him this week because I was like, last week you got all 9s. And I don't know if I believed that last week, but this week I wouldn't have been mad if he got 9. So
no, I think he should have at least got a 9 or 2 of them to his score. Maybe 2 8s, 2 9s. I
could agree with that. Like, but it was great. I loved it.
And then I love when they call out like the pros choreography. Like the judges made a point to say that Daniella has killer choreography. And
She. Oh, I think Derek said that she's like the Ferrari of dance.
yes, I like that is perfectly said.
I'm like, what a compliment. Like,
Yeah.
that. Yeah, she is, and she's always been. Yeah, I love her. I've always loved Danny. But yeah.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I don't know where he is on the leaderboard now. But
I think this week he probably would have been pretty, like, middle pack.
Yeah. I don't know.
But again,
I think it's nice that we at least have one person that started off not so great and is improving so much, because I'm not seeing that with a lot of other people.
It's also kind of funny, too, because at the beginning, like, I keep forgetting that he's Zac Efron's brother. Which, I mean, a lot of people...
Every time I look at him, that's all I think about.
I forget because, like, I've watched him now on Traitors and now this, so it's like, he's, to me, his own person, which he is, his own person. But I forgot, like, as he was, like, doing some of the movements yesterday, I was like, you know what? How dare I forget that he has those genes? Like, Zac Efron has been in some great musicals, and he has some great dance numbers, so I'm like, how did I forget? Like, why did I underestimate those genes?
That's true. That's true.
But maybe Zach's been on FaceTime with him.
I know.
Do you think Zach would come to one show? Like,
I think if Dylan makes it to the end, he would come to that. But I feel like I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe Zach's busy. But I also at the beginning was like, maybe Zach doesn't want to like. Not necessarily steal the spotlight away from his brother, but
yeah,
that's why I feel like he didn't go last week during.
I agree. So I think now it's like halfway through the season. He's like not earned, but like showed us and the fans and the community, like he's really established himself now in the competition. Yep. So I think if Dylan came now, I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, it's Dylan Efron, like Zac Efron's brother. It's like, okay, that's Dylan's brother, Zach.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. So I'm hoping that over the next couple weeks, if Dylan does stick around, that we will see a little bit of Zac Efron. Might as well. Yeah. Okay, next is Andy and Emma.
Andy and Emma. Okay, so they did. I think it was a jazz. I actually didn't write that down, but I think they. I don't know what it was. Maybe a foxtrot. I don't know. I'm
sorry.
I can't remember. But they did it to One Short Day, which I thought was fun. Okay, I think we should give our scores first before we say anything.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Scores for Andy. 3, 2.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah. I was like, how am I gonna do this? My
Sixes.
fingers weren't working. Okay, I gave him a 6.
Okay.
The reason.
Okay, yeah,
go ahead.
Go first.
No,
Okay. You go first.
I before he started, I said I want him to do enough that I can give him a 7. I really, really want that for him because I would love to give him a 7, but there's just not enough dance content in there for me to like justify giving him anything above a 6. It's not that he did bad. It was super enjoyable to watch. Sure, he was on time, but there's just not enough content. I don't feel like he's being challenged enough in his content. At week to week, it's kind of the same 5 steps that he does.
Yep.
And there's sure, maybe he's getting better on the timing of those steps, but he's not doing much. And I want to give him better scores, but I can't when there's other people who are doing triple the amount of content. And I know you can be like, oh, he's like, it's there, like he's older, he can't. But at the end of the day, if he can't, I'm going to score him on what he can do, and it's not at the same level. So,
yeah. I completely agree with that. I think he's done the same steps every single week. And I think last night was the first time I kind of just sat there and was like, Emma is actually carrying the two of them right now. And I wanted, like you said too, I wanted to give Andy a 7 so bad this week, but I couldn't. I barely saw dancing from him. And then I think when like the troupe came in, that like completely got taken away from Andy and Emma. And I don't know. Also, like the fact that him and Scott got pretty much the exact same score last night. if I was Scott, I would feel like absolute shit about that. I'm sorry.
I have a hot take on this. I love you, Andy. I love you, Emma. I voted for you for the first 5 weeks. Yesterday was actually, I didn't vote. I stopped voting. Not because I don't love you, but
No,
my hot take is that I don't know if he, don't get me wrong, I do think he's trying. I don't think he cares that much about staying around. And I mean that in the sense of, he kind of even said it in his own package yesterday. He's like, I don't have the physical ability. I don't have the steps. He's kind of like accepted that he's at his peak of whatever he can do dance wise. And he's just really playing into the character. He's really playing into the performance. And I can see that because I feel like he's almost relying on that performance and that character play too much now. Because at the beginning, it's like, okay, you are at a lower level of dance, but you have that, like, you have the performance element, so use it. But now I'm like, I need to see more than the performance element. I need to see the dancing. And I just don't know if he actually cares to improve the dancing that much. Honestly,
Alicia,
like,
we've said this before. Like, Andy thought he was going to be voted out 3 weeks ago. He did not think he was going to be there this far. I don't think a lot of us did, to be honest, like dance-wise, like not fan vote-wise. So I feel like he's just there because he has to be right now, not because he actually wants to be.
I think he wants to be there. I just don't think he cares that much if he goes home. Like, he's enjoying he's having fun, he's enjoying it, he's making the most of him being there. But like, when you look at, again, I don't want to make comparisons, but for the next couple we're going to talk about is Elaine, and you look at someone similar age to him who's putting in so much physical strain to make it better and better and push herself and push her body, even though it's really hard. Like, she's doing that.
He's doing the bare minimum.
And it doesn't seem like, I don't know if Emma's just not giving him hard enough choreography, or like he's just not able to pick it up. Like, maybe it's choreographed different and it's just not, I don't know. It doesn't seem like to me he cares to get that much better. I really don't think he cares about getting much better. I'm going to say that right now. And that's my hot take. That's my hot take.
No. I think that's completely true. And I'm sorry, Andy. I'm kind of bored right now. Like, I honestly wish that Lauren was still here, or Hilaria, or someone that does have that little bit better dance experience, because it's just more entertaining. Like, I did find Andy entertaining at the beginning, but now, like, I want to see good dances. I want to see people putting their all in and doing new moves that they haven't done and just seeing new things, but we're not getting that. And
I'm happy he got a chance to stick around for 6 weeks, like, to actually experience it and see what he could do. But I feel like he's at his peak, honestly, and I think he thinks that too. And I think we're good. I think we got that.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little nervous now for the next few weeks because, yeah, but it is what it is. Everyone can, scores. His scores. He got a 7.677. And I'm sorry, but Derek's
score lower than Scott and Rylee.
Yeah, and that's like the same score that's the same score that Elaine got last week. That's like,
no, I think that's so.
Derek is the only one that got that score right.
Derek was the only one, and normally I'm not as aligned with Derek, but today or last night, I don't know. That one kind of made me upset, but whatever.
Yeah, but anyway, moving on to
Elaine and Alan.
Elaine and Alan.
I actually felt so bad when she was doing her like little package at the beginning, because you could tell week over week, and like we just said this, but she's putting so much of herself into this dance, and she cares so much to be there and to do well and to succeed. So like, to see her kind of being like bummed about her scores last week, upset that she's not doing like enough, or like because of her foot. But I think this dance was maybe one of my favorites last night.
It she had Defying Gravity, which is like the emotional banger of Wicked. Okay, it's the ending of the first act. It's that
the only
song,
other song I knew.
the song brings me to tears. Honestly, their performance brought me to tears, but I'm like, is it just because every time I listen to this song I'm crying? Is it because it was a mix of both? But I really liked it. My favorite part of the whole night, my favorite move I think of the whole night was that trust fall, where she just went like on the word trust. She just falls literally an inch her head from the ground.
Or
stunning.
When Alan has her foot in her arm and is spinning her around like the move Alix did like last week or the week before.
Yep.
My jaw hit the floor when I saw that.
I could that's what I'm saying.
That was incredible.
I appreciate her, like that she's pushing to get these things, because her body's not agreeing with her, and she's like determined and like quite literally defying gravity. She said I love it. I love watching her push herself and grow, and she's just such a great performer. And her and Alan, like, I loved it. Honestly, I'm gonna be straight up honest. As much as I loved like the big moment of her going up into like, I appreciate that. Because that's in the movie, like that's how it is. So I do appreciate that. But honestly, I kind of would have loved to see her like flying around a bit more, like throw her up a bit more. Throw her in the sky, Alan.
I think the dance ended too soon. That was one that I'm like, I want this to keep going right now.
It was literally only like I wanted to see more dancing before that moment, because I just was having so much fun watching it.
I think you could tell that each week she's challenging herself more and more, and Alan has also been doing that in a really I think smooth way for her. So I think that's awesome. I think that's great.
Okay,
go
Let's
Elaine.
give our scores, because we didn't do our scores yet.
Okay.
All right, 8, 3, 2, 1.
I was going to
9?
give it 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave it 9.
Okay.
I was going to give it 10, but it was what you just said, the last piece at the end when she was going up. I'm like, I understand it's just for like the storytelling aspect, but I'm like, I could have gone without that.
Yeah, if there was like another minute or like 30 seconds of her dancing, potentially a 10, but I do agree. But it was still a solid 9. She got 9s across the board. Super well deserved. I was cheering I was literally in my living room like, so happy for her. I love Elaine, and I'm excited to see more. I just wish that she was green. Okay. Next we had Jen and Jan.
I actually kind of felt bad for Jen at the beginning. It was kind of like back to back when she and him were talking, and she was like, "Am I a bad dancer?" And he was like, "No, you're not." And I think I just feel bad because you could tell she is giving it her all too, and she does really want to be there. But like, the judges have been hard on her, and I know she isn't maybe up there like the rest, but I've just noticed like week over week, like they've been a little more harsh with her.
This is my favorite dance of her so far. That's what I'll start with. I really liked it. I honestly think she has been getting accurate scores and accurate feedback. And the thing is, she's really good, right? Like, she got all 8s. And for a normal season, middle, like halfway through, getting a 8s across the board is normal. And most people would be like either getting that or like 7 still, right? I think it's just this season, again, this cast is just so stacked with talent that someone who is still really good, but is just that slight bit behind, it makes them feel like they're not good, right? Because I think she's just, I do like her dancing. I think she is a good dancer, but I do agree. I think Derek said it yesterday, where it's like she's begging for like harder choreography, but it's not always about having more difficult choreography. It's like perfecting it first and really like living out every movement first. Yeah. And I do agree that she's not always like hitting or like executing every step perfectly, not like in technique wise, but just like really, really executing every movement. I don't think she's fully there yet, but I really liked it. I thought it was a great dance. I gave her an 8.
Yeah, me too.
And I do feel bad though, because like it's probably hard not to compare yourself when everyone's like hitting 9s and 10s, right? So
Well, I also think that because her and Whitney are both on it and they're both Mormon wives, that like a lot of people end up comparing her to Whitney when like they're at such different levels of dance.
yeah,
So
and she is a good dancer. Like she's doing great. It's just the competition is so high
yeah.
that even if you're like a great dancer, it can feel like you're falling behind.
No, I'm glad she got her 8s across the board. I think that was one of her highest scores that they've ever got. So, you know what? I think it was deserved.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for her. But it wasn't a standout dance.
Yeah,
I do
me
think
too.
it was really good for her, but it wasn't one that I'm like, oh, I need to look back and watch this one from last night again.
I think that's kind of what it is for me. It's like every week it's good. It's good. I watch it, I'm like, that was good. But I never like feel like it stands out to me.
Yeah. Yep.
But she's fun to watch. You can tell she's having fun, and I think I honestly I was kind of worried that she would be at the bottom, but I don't know. I feel like she has the fan base, so we'll see.
I think she'll still be around for another at least 2 weeks, and then maybe not.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to our second last couple of the night, Danielle and Pasha.
Oh, Alicia,
Okay.
I was so happy to see them do this dance. Because one thing we mentioned last week was that, and the judges did too, but that all of their dances are like just so similar.
Yep.
And she's not being challenged enough. But I think like this was so awesome to see from her. Like this whole other side, she put on this whole other character, this dance, these moves. I was so happy.
Yeah, they did, I think, an Argentine tango, so they were the only couple to do that dance. And I saw a lot of comments being like, oh, I thought it was like really slow, but I'm like, that the music was slow, and also that style of dance can be really slow. And I think Bruno even said that was the hardest song to choreograph because of just like the timing changes a lot. I'm really happy that they had like a different style to like showcase something different. I was actually really impressed because she was just getting like flung around the entire time. I couldn't stop watching her legs. They were just like I'm happy for her. I do think like this was a dance that I liked over a lot of her previous ones. I still was waiting for like the slightest more punch in her like not attitude, but I think her legs bottom down just fierce. I still think her top and her face were still giving polished and like you know what I mean.
I feel like that's just who she is though. Like I know. That's probably so hard.
Totally. And like I was like, I need Danielle, like Pasha's wife, to come in and like just teach her some of that like sassy head move. I don't know how to explain it. Like maybe that's just what the style of dance was supposed to be, but I almost felt like there was some moments where I could just see, I said it last week, she's like super like posh, just like
but that's how she's
like,
been week over week.
Know. And don't get me wrong, I loved it, but
no, it was good. I think this was a good step in the right direction for them. I think they needed this dance and they needed these scores. If they had another not so good night tonight, I think they would have been on the chopping block for sure. So I think that score saved their asses. I
also kind of going back to the YouTube views again, don't know if this has any meaning at all or correlation or connection, but she actually has like some of the top views on every week.
Oh, I'm glad.
So I think she has the votes. Like there's a huge community because she's like a classic person that like again reaches a lot of different age groups. Like so yeah, what was your score? Should we do our scores?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
9.
Okay,
8?
I gave her an 8.
What the heck?
I don't know. I think it was
so
just like
rude.
that. I think it was just that. Yeah, something was like slightly missing. I still think it was like her best dance of she's done. Okay, maybe I'll give it like an 8.5. Okay.
Yep. Okay, we'll take that.
But she did get 9s across the board.
I found a lot of the dances last night I kept on expecting there to be more.
Yeah.
And then it would just end. So I find that wasn't just her dance. Like, almost all of them for me, I was like, okay, this is good. And right when it started to like pick up, it was done. And I was
True.
like, okay, I feel like we're missing some stuff here. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
Maybe
yeah.
that's just the whole musical aspect of it. Like, it was a very
True.
different night for dances. So
I also thought, because something not necessarily related to just Danielle Pasha, or Danielle Pasha, sorry. I think so at the beginning something was like off for me because I was like, I love these songs. Like, why does it not feel like super connected? And I was like, oh, it's because they're only dancing to the song, but and it's a musical, right? So usually the leads are singing the song, and so I was like, okay, that makes sense, because I was just waiting for them to like play the whole character, but they couldn't. I think they all got to sing, like lip sing a little bit at the beginning, but then had to stop. But I think that's what threw me off at the beginning, because I was like, they're supposed to be singing.
that would have been cool if they had headsets in.
It's actually both now. It's a singing competition. But yeah, anyway, I'm happy for her. I hope to see the same energy next week, and I also just hope to see like more dances like this, more ballroom dances next week, because I'm done with the jazz. I'm done with the contemporary. Give me the salsa. Like, give me I need the Latin dances back.
Oh yeah. Do you know, what did they say next week's
it's Halloween
theme
night
is? Oh, yes. I'm so excited.
It's Halloween night. I know. I was actually so pumped. I'm like, yay, Wicked night and then Halloween night, because they're both fun themes. I was like, back to back.
Yeah. No. After watching like all of Daniella's Halloween dances, I am so excited to see what her and Dylan do.
Me too. I'm just excited for all of them, honestly.
Yep. Next, our last.
Okay. Last but absolutely not least was Jordan and Ezra, who had a rumba again, which is probably one of the most difficult dances to do. And they had the song For Good, which is the last song in Wicked. So it makes sense that they ended the night. I think that was my favorite dance of the whole season so far.
From her or in general?
From everybody. I loved it. It was so incredibly done. There was like a moment she was dancing that I was like, is that Daniella, like a pro on the stage? Like, some of her, just the way her body was like moving and her like finishes, and just
I could not keep my eyes off her legs.
Oh,
they looked incredible. They were moving perfectly.
For a second I thought Ezra was the celebrity and she was the pro. I was like, I felt emotion from it. I was like almost crying, but it was also kind of playful. There was a moment, you're not gonna like fully understand this, but when in the Wicked interviews, there's a moment that, oh my gosh, this is let me just look something up before I mess this up.
Are you talking about the finger thing?
Oh yeah, okay, so it's when it's Ariana and Cynthia when they're doing an interview. She's like, they're like holding fingers.
Yeah.
Like
yes.
This. And they did that okay, they did that in the package, and they also did it they did a little moment in the dance. I don't know if you saw. But I'm just like, yeah, the choreography, she just beautiful. It just was beautiful. I loved it. And like to go last and to like do that well as the last couple is so impressive.
I honestly wasn't sure about Ezra at the beginning, but I think I'm loving him more and more every week. So that says a lot.
What did you think of the dance?
I gave it a 10.
Okay, I also gave it a 10.
I thought it was perfect. Like, I was looking for mistakes and I couldn't find any. Like, it was perfect.
I know.
So yeah,
good
closer.
Perfect.
I think that was. Oh, and I guess the highest score of the night, tied with Whitney. I'm so glad they got a 10.
Me too. I think they deserved it. I get a little scared when people get 10s this early though, because it's still only week 6. There's 6 weeks left. So sometimes, as it's really awesome to get a high score super early, it sometimes can be like a downfall too, because then you have to kind of live up to that 10 for the rest of the season. Like she's peaked at where she can go, so sometimes that can mess with your head, right? So I hope.
Yeah, 9s and 8s are still great scores, but if you've already got a 10, getting a 9 and an 8 kind of sucks.
Yeah. My favorite thing with the elimination, like not to jump to the elimination, but when they were called safe, I don't know if you noticed, but
She picked him up.
She picked him up, and he goes, "Put me down."
I love them. I think they're so funny. Even, did you notice last week, and I didn't notice this at the time, but I saw it on TikTok after, when there wasn't an elimination and everyone's all happy and Ezra's in the back like, what?
I know. They were the last to go, and I was like so scared that my votes weren't going to get counted if I didn't submit. So I like panicked, and like they were the only dance I hadn't watched yet, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give them all 10 of my votes. I love them. I think they're going to crush it, and I'm so happy I pre-voted 10 because they earned the 10.
Yep.
So
it was a well-earned 10 for them. So
yeah.
Good dance to close the night. And they're two people that I'm just excited to see them dance. Like I look forward to it.
I know. But yeah, kind of going into the rest of the season, it's getting a little scary because I'm like so, like I feel so connected with all these people, and I don't want any of them to leave.
I'll be honest, once Andy leaves, I think that's when it's gonna get really difficult.
Yeah, like who's gonna go?
That's the thing, because everyone else has been scoring pretty good, 8s and 9s. So that we're just going to start losing some good ones now. It's going to be sad. It's going to suck. I was expecting a double elimination last night, though. So
I know, me too.
Kind of happy that didn't happen.
I wonder why. I don't know.
Who knows? There might be a surprise one coming up. Is there usually
they have to do at least one more because there's 6 weeks left and 4 people usually make it to the finale. And yeah, so if they're going on track, they would have to eliminate 2 people before.
Might be a sneaky double elimination next week.
I know.
I'm
nervous.
Suck.
Like I'm starting to get nervous.
That's where we're gonna lose an unexpected one.
I know.
No, this is when it gets good. It gets exciting.
Yeah,
everyone's doing so good.
Yeah.
And you know what? Even though this themed week wasn't my favorite, overall, it was still a good night.
I think you're the only person. I'm just kidding.
It was hard because I was watching it here with my boyfriend's family, Matt's family, and I felt like this was the worst episode to bring new people in because it was just such a niche, like, I guess, theme. When
it's not like, a niche theme, though.
Not many. Okay, I understand that you have seen Wicked.
Everybody's seen Wicked.
I don't think so.
It was like the number 1 movie of the year last year.
I don't think so.
Oh, I think you're just really uncultured.
I guess so. So
you didn't know Fifth Harmony. You didn't know Wicked.
Okay, I knew Fifth Harmony. I just wasn't a harmonizer like you were.
I wasn't a harmonizer. Okay, well, if you're still listening at this point, please comment if you knew Wicked before.
Yeah. Yeah, please. I'm assuming, though, if you're watching, yes, you probably are a fan, so whatever.
Okay, well, you can come over and I'll culture you.
Yeah, we can have a little Wicked movie night. We could paint each other green. I think it'll be fun.
Okay, sounds good. Okay,
all right.
Anyway, yeah, I think that's all.
That's all. Catch you guys
next week. Bye.